Hello. Many of you already know about the existence of the energy. However, being that I will be referring to our vibrational frequency and the energy in these upcoming videos, I figured I'd go over it briefly. So, enjoy. The energy. There are many names used across different parts of the world for the energy. You may know it as prana, God, kundalini, Tao, Brahman. Essentially, all religions and spiritual practices try to describe the same energy and the different ways it manifests itself. In our day-to-day life, we are always surrounded by it. It flows all around us and in everything we see, hear, and touch. It is you. You are made of it. And so too is everything in the fabric of the universe, from a wooden bench to an entire solar system. Many religions try to describe that the Creator, in its pursuit of self-knowledge, created life in order to know itself. The Corpus Hermeticum actually refers to man as God's brother. We are all co-creators of this universe, and we all have the power to tap into this creative force that flows without you and within you. Everything that is matter, down to subatomic particles, has a vibrational frequency to it. An apple has a certain frequency in order to manifest to our eyes as an apple. So too does different processed foods. When we consume food, we are also consuming its vibration and synchronize with it. This is why we feel awake and energetic when we eat raw whole foods, and why we feel lethargic when we consume pasta and garlic bread. Healthy foods vibrate at a higher frequency and in turn make us lighter and more like the energy. Denser foods can lower our vibration and make us more solid and heavy, more likely to be shackled to our bodies. Everyone has a vibrational frequency specific to the way we think, live our lives, and the people we surround ourselves with. Ask yourself if the thoughts that flow through your mind are loving thoughts or painful. Our thoughts set the stage for the reality we live in, and it's time we start paying more attention. When we operate from a place of love and gratitude, our vibration will rise and be more like the Creators, while also raising the vibration of everyone and everything around us. Life will open up to you. Doors will open, and it is up to you to walk through them. The human body is a battery, and when charged, can begin to take hold of the metaphysical powers we all inherently own. This is common knowledge, often described in many ufologists and mediums readings. When we rise above our social conditioning and egotistic thought patterns, our perception of life begins to unfold before our eyes. Take charge of your mind. Take your freedom back from those who use it to power their own batteries. Become an impenetrable shield from negativity and start lighting up the room with your presence. When you start operating from a place of higher vibrational frequency, you will start receiving more synchronicities in form of recognizing repeating digits that are appearing in indescribable places. Serendipitous moments where things fall exactly in place as if set up for you. You will be more available and noticeable to your higher self, the ascended masters, machine elves, and the metaphysical. When in contact, you can begin to learn the truth about yourself, this existence, and your purpose for incarnating as the beautiful human being that you are. Before we get into how to raise your vibration, I want to paint a picture. For a second, think about all those people you see on a daily basis. Our family, our loved ones. Just remember for a second that this life is so short. it can be taken from us within a moment. Don't we owe it to ourselves to see to it that we be remembered as a loving human being? That the people we cared for are better people because they got to experience us in their lifetime? Now, how to raise your vibrational frequency. It's quite simple in practice, but the simplicity of it is what makes it difficult for most of us. Start by paying attention to the people you hang out with and what you all speak about. Are you supportive and loving toward one another? If not, start by becoming the example. On your pursuit of relieving suffering and becoming a more spiritual person, you have to be prepared to leave some people behind. The energy is always with you, and when in a high vibration, you will begin to attract that which is like you. Start being kinder to yourself and your reactions towards things. Start concentrating on that inner child within and allow it to come out to have fun sometimes. Feel it and ask it questions when in pain. And start seeing that innocent light within you getting brighter as you become stronger and more equipped to deal with your emotions and life. As an ascended master once said, if a person isn't operating from a place of love, they are asking for it. Give it to them. Surround yourself with things that make you happy, things that spark a meaningful memory or an idea of the kind of person you'd like to be. Crystals make great companions in raising your vibration and balancing out the chakra centers and nadis. Remember that all matter vibrates at a frequency, and when vibrations meet, they start to synchronize. This is referred to in Bruce Lipton's research, which I highly recommend you check out. There's a whole branch of science dedicated to how our environment shapes ourselves. Life isn't just what you can see, hear, and touch. There is an entire, well-established metaphysical system that we are all operating in. And we can even experience different aspects of it when we begin to open the doors of perception, thus leading to my last tip. Psychedelics have been around for centuries, not just predating mankind, but also by the fact that many indigenous tribes and almost every civilization that has existed has practiced and used these plants, or just their psychoactive ingredient, to produce spiritual, visionary experiences. They have been used for centuries by shamans across the world in healing ceremonies in which you are guided and brought into alignment with your mind, body, and spirit. But more on this in another video. The way you can use psychedelics to raise your vibration is by starting small. A 0.5 gram to 1 gram of golden teacher's mushrooms is a general idea of a small dose. However, each person is unique in their sensitivity to each dosage and even the strain of mushrooms you consume. Though it may seem meticulous, do not be afraid. The fear you feel towards psychedelics is just social conditioning placed on you by years of propaganda and misinformation. I truly feel it's every human being's birthright to do with his consciousness what he wills, including accessing other dimensions using psychedelics. Psychedelics can show you the truth about your problems. They can explain why you are the way you are and why you have certain personality traits. They can rebalance and retune your frequency to a state of loving bliss. Research is now showing that psychedelics are even curing depression and many other anxiety disorders. I will make an entire video dedicated to this, but for now, consider giving psychedelics a shot, and always remember these 2 guidelines. Set and setting. I'm sure you've probably heard about this by every psychonaut on the internet, so I will just go over it briefly. Set being the way you feel and what your intention is. Psychedelics have the tendency to greatly amplify emotions and repress thoughts. Be prepared for this. Go in with the intention to contact the entities and grow as spiritually as you can. Setting being the place you're at and the people you're with. Does this place make you feel comfortable? Are the people around you trustworthy and kind? Listen to your intuition and safe travels. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please hit the subscribe button and notification bell to be notified of more metaphysical videos like this. You can follow and get in contact with me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. I hope you all have an amazing day or night. All the love, all the peace.